How do you prep for? Do you need to get away from everybody and just get in the zone?
Zero prep. Anytime I do a show, I'm literally being regular, playing a video game on my phone, talking to someone, ignoring whatever, and they go, "You're up," and I just walk right onto stage.
Really?
Yeah,
And that's obviously worked for you.
Yeah,
that's not you just being lazy.
No,
it's
no.
like that's how you.
No, I just work. It's time to be professional. Let's go.
Okay.
Like there's no like weird sort of prep for me. I've always been like that. Oops. And then it's a very important text coming in, everybody. Yeah, I think it's a holdover from baseball. Because I played baseball a lot as a kid, and it was always like baseball's like a tough guy sport, or at least it was for me. And so like baseball players are like wildly stoic and stuff. So it would be like before you're about to bat, you would just be shooting it with the boys and be like, "You're up," and now everything depends on you, and you would just like walk right up and do it. Yeah. So I think that I've just like that's a hold. I always really loved that. Yeah. There's something about like the like, and now it's all up to me. Who even cares? Like, and you just get up there and duel with the pitcher. You know, I think there's something cool about that.
Do you ever meet people who have an elaborate preparation before getting on stage?
Most comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Give us the weirdest one.
Most comics. I mean, there are people who like need to be alone with a notebook and they're like reading through their whole act, but they've done it 100 times. Mm-hmm. You know, there are people who can't eat for hours before they perform or they feel bloated. There are people who need to be a certain amount of drunk, which is very bad. You don't do that. What are you doing? Yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff. There's people who like have to have certain clothes, who need to be like, I need to be showered and cleaned up and perfect and dressed exactly the way I want and there early and relaxed and the lights need to be this low. Yeah. Like they have so much.
I kind of like that.
Yeah?
I hate that I like it, but I do kind of like it.
That's interesting.
Especially if it works for them.
Yeah.
You know, if it's actually working for you and you're the person everyone's coming to see, feels like you should be catered to.
I've always been the exact opposite. Even when I was a kid, like if someone was like the flagpole after school, I would just be so normal. Mm-hmm. And then like literally walking out of the fight, like take my backpack off. Hey, I have to fist fight real fast and then just get into that fight and then put my bag back on and I'm back to business, you know? Yeah. I've never been like I guess if I can't control it, why worry about it?
Yeah.
So I just go right on. But it's helped me a lot because being a professional comic isn't being funny. It's being funny on the worst day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. They don't pay you to be the best. They pay you to be good no matter what.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've always, a lot comes up as a professional comic. Like my first show back on tour this year, my plane was so delayed that the show had to start like 45 minutes late. And then my plane landed. Someone was on stage going long. I had to sprint to my rental. Like I'm drenched in sweat. Get into my rental.
While someone's going long on purpose?
Yeah. I'm leaving the Tampa air. I literally drifting out of the Tampa airport in like my freaking tiny Honda or whatever. I'm on the freeway. It's slamming rain. I'm going way too fast. I'm like breaking every law you can break in Florida. I literally pulled up to the club, parked illegally, just got out of my car, soaking wet, drenched in sweat with my bags, dropped them in the showroom and just walked right onto stage.
You didn't even put another shirt on?
No.
How did you explain being drenched with sweat?
I just told them what happened. You know, I was like, my flight was late. I got into my car. I broke every law on the way, you know, and I just did my act. And then I think that skill is like what being a professional is, you know? Yeah. So it's just about doing it.
Yeah. Not needing to be overly coddled. In order to
exactly.
Do your job.
Do you think you could, if everything was going wrong and the guest was sitting here, could you just walk in and be like, well,
that's a really good question. I guess it would depend on what it meant by everything going wrong. Like if I, had a big fight, let's say with a friend or something was going bad with my child or something like that, and I was worried about them, I think it would be difficult because I really try to create an environment where we can both be sort of open and honest. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And so it would be hard if that was on my heart to then not have that come out you know?
I think it would come out for me on stage.
You'd actually start. Maybe.
Yeah. I think once, right before I went on stage, my mother called me and was like, hey, your grandpa's on the hospital. And I was like, this is the worst possible. I'm literally going on stage right now. My mom was like, I had no idea. I'm sorry. And when I got on stage, I just ended up doing like 15 minutes of material about my grandfather. You know, I was just like, well, I'm still going to go up and I'm going to do the best I can, but I might as well just get this out.
So you didn't kind of share my grandfather's in the hospital.
Yeah, but I just of like spoke about like, you know, I just spoke what was, just got it out, you know? So yeah, sometimes it's tough. Like when I was getting, I was married once and I was getting divorced and my ex-wife worked at the comedy club. Oof. So I would have to do comedy in front of her while being divorced. And she was like with other men and stuff. It was brutal. And the owner of the comedy club was like, you can't speak about her. She works here. So I had no out. I just had to so that was where I earned my acting chops. I would literally be crying. I'm not joking. I would be crying and I would be like, okay, get it together. And I would like be like clear eyes and I'd be like slapping myself in the face. And then I would go do 30 minutes open for a guy, get off stage, and I would just go to my car and I would just like break down weeping, drive home, and I would do it again the next night. Like it was really bad. But like that's show business, baby. Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.